We are delighted to be collaborating with the Massachusetts General Hospital, which is part of Harvard Medical School, which is a leading center in transplantation biology. And what we announced was that we will be supplying them and collaborating with them on a clinical trial.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Dr. Seth Lederman. He's the CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals. Seth, very good to speak with you today. Partnering with Massachusetts General Hospital is a major step for Tonix. What makes this collaboration strategically important for advancing TNX-1500, and how does it validate your approach to transplant immunology?
Thank you very much for having me on, Stephen, and thank you for that question. We're developing TNX-1500 as a anti-CD40 ligand monoclonal antibody to prevent transplant rejection. We are delighted to be collaborating with the Massachusetts General Hospital, which is part of Harvard Medical School, which is a leading center in transplantation biology. And what we announced was that we will be supplying them and collaborating with them on a clinical trial, a phase 2 clinical trial, in which kidney transplant recipients will receive our drug with their new transplanted kidney.
Seth, you've described TNX-1500 as a differentiated monoclonal antibody. How does it stand apart from current immunosuppressive therapies? And what's the potential commercial opportunity if it proves effective in reducing or eliminating conventional drug use?
Thank you. Our trial is going to use a low dose of tacrolimus, which is the standard immunosuppression drug that has made transplantation so successful. We believe that the relatively low dose of tacrolimus should not have the same side effects that are associated with the higher dose tacrolimus. And we think that this will be possible because we'll be supplying TNX-1500. We think ultimately that TNX-1500 could be monotherapy, in other words, be used alone, but for regulatory reasons and expediency, we think it makes sense to do this study with a low dose and relatively short course of tacrolimus for standard dose for 6 months, a lower dose for the next 6 months, with the goal of stopping it at 1 year is an efficient way to advance our product, which we think ultimately has great promise in kidney transplant.
Seth, this phase 2 study marks the next step in clinical development. What are the key milestones investors should watch for over the next 12 to 18 months? And how could early results influence your broader transplant and autoimmune pipeline strategy?
Thank you. We believe this product, TNX-1500, is a pipeline in a product. Anti-CD40 ligand affects the immune system in very unique ways and has a profound effect that is more aptly called immunomodulation than immunosuppression. So the first step for us will be kidney transplant, but we believe that the product also has potential for the treatment of autoimmune diseases, conditions like lupus erythematosus. And our product has very interesting properties that are unique to it. First, we have 1 month dosing that's based on the pharmacokinetic study we've already completed. And secondly, we think that the potency of it is best in class based on the pharmacodynamic aspect of the phase 1 study. So breaking the barrier of getting this into humans in need of a transplanted organ and this kind of immunomodulatory therapy will be a very big next step for this program.
Seth, I hope you'll continue to keep us updated with your progress. Thank you very much for taking the time today.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Seth Lederman is CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals.